Welcome back to Montessori Family channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 8 tips that help my children to get along from the start. I am Karen Robin, a mum of 2 and a Montessori teacher. I also used to work as a child psychologist before moving to the UK. My children are now 6 and 10, and I can confidently say that they love each other most of the time. I have a brother myself, and I can sadly say that we grew up being jealous of each other, competing with each other, and fighting constantly. Our adult relationship is still complicated. When I was pregnant with my second child, I knew I wanted to foster love and connection between my children, but I was not sure how. So I started to read about siblings and how to foster respect, love, and empathy between siblings. I had a few ideas of my own, and I was determined to do better than my parents did. My parents did the best they could at the time, but the attitude towards the conflict between me and my brother was far from helpful. So, what did I do to help my children to get along? If you are expecting a second child, or if your children don't get along, you will find my tips useful to nurture a healthy and happy sibling relationship. These tips are relevant for any age, but even more accurate to welcome a new baby in the family. My tip number 1 would be to reflect on your own sibling relationship. This has been a long process for me, but I had to really give some deep thought about my own relationship with my brother. I am the second, and having 2 children made me realize the hardship my brother went through when I was born. I can see this now as I have opened my eyes to my daughter's emotions about the birth of her brother. You must take the time to be aware of your own emotions, reactions about what's going on between you children. You may want to side with your eldest because you were the eldest, or you may favor your youngest because you were the last one in the family. Whatever you went through as a child, your child will trigger those childhood emotions. It's okay to feel those emotions, but it's not okay to let them take control over your reactions. My tip number 2 would be to acknowledge your children's emotion. Jealousy is a common feeling among children. Unfortunately, many parents are blind to that feeling. When we expect a second one, we are experiencing joy, and we are looking forward to welcome a second child in the family. We might picture a wonderful sibling relationship, thinking that our children will be friends for life. We might say to a firstborn that she or he is going to have a friend to play with. But quite frankly, what we feel is totally different to what our child feels. If you imagine for 1 minute that your partner is bringing a new wife or husband at home, like that you have a friend to chat with and to share the load with, I'm sure you would be jealous as hell. Well, that's what your child feels. So the first thing we have been very sure of doing was to welcome those feelings. I have to admit it was hard work. We have heard many "I hate the baby," "Why did you want another one?" "Can we change our mind and send him back?" "And you don't like me, you only like the baby," and many things worse than that. So be ready for that. My tip number 3 would be to foster bonding from the start. Do you know why babies smell so good? They produce pheromones, the love hormones, especially on their head. We all love to smell a baby's hair. Well, the love hormones help us to bond with our baby. By taking care of a newborn physically, we form a strong attachment. So take advantage of this biological help and allow your eldest to smell the baby. Let her carry the baby as often as she wishes and encourages her to kiss the baby's head to smell it. The Topoccino is a great accessory that can help the child to carry the baby. My tip number 4 would be to show unconditional love to your eldest child. The greatest fear of your child is to lose your love now that there is a new baby in the house. Because you're going to be very busy with the baby, it's easy to forget to spend quality time with your firstborn. For the mother, it's a normal reaction to seeing her oldest child as more capable and less in need than the newborn. In addition, you might not be in a state to go out and to spend time with your eldest. But she will need to know that you still love her the same. So enlist help from the start to ensure that you can have a short outing, bedtime story, school pickup with your eldest. It's easier to commit to 20 minutes of connection a day than waiting for the situation to escalate until you have no choice than to spend time with your eldest. Most of the time, as long as your newborn is fed, he will sleep happily in anybody's arm. So when he sleeps, take this as an opportunity to spend time with your firstborn. When someone visits you, let them doting over the baby while you play a board game, for example, with your firstborn. My tip number 5 would be to cuddle both children as often as you can. So cuddle them together. Whenever you have the opportunity, snuggle up with both children. When you feed your baby, open one arm to your eldest. When your baby is in the sling, take your firstborn on your laps and read a story. Encourage your firstborn to kiss the baby again. As the baby grows up, encourage tickle games and make them both laugh. Cuddle and laugh make us release oxytocin, the happy hormones, helping us to bond even more. My tip number 6 would be to welcome your eldest support. When your child wants to help to make the bottles or to change a diaper, find ways to allow her to contribute. Allow your eldest to amuse the baby too and help her to understand the baby cues. For example, you could say, "Look, she laughs when you shake the rattle. She likes you a lot." Tip number 7 would be to bring the baby into the big child's world. If your toddler plays on the floor and you feed the baby away from your toddler in the rocker, you will create distance between the baby, you and your big child. Instead, sit down with your baby on the floor while your toddler is playing. Take the baby in a sling to go to the playground, allowing you to help your child on the swing. Bring each child into each other's world. My last tip would be to nurture yourself. Having a baby is hard, and having a baby and another young child is even harder. Rewarding, yes, but it's a lot of hard work to tend to two little ones' needs. So schedule some me time. Discuss with your partner how you are going to manage to keep your cup full to be able to pour some love on your 2 or more children. Don't delay that me time until your children are older. They need parents who love parenting now, not when they are older. Here are the 2 books that help me when it comes to siblings relationship. This one is Siblings Without Rivalry from Adele Faber and Helen Maslix from the collection How to Talk to Kids So They Can Listen. That's a very, very useful book, especially if you have older children. The other book that helped me a lot is this one, Calm Parents, Happy Siblings. How to Stop the Fighting and Raise Friends for Life from Dr. Laura Markham from Peaceful Parenting. And the great thing is that's a very good book for younger children, you know, to welcome a new baby in the family with your toddler. It's really the perfect book. And yeah, 2 books that really helped me. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to see more videos about gentle parenting and Montessori. And please let me know in comments, how do you do yourself to foster a happy relationship between you children? Thanks for watching!